How was your exam?
Nice, ma'am.
Nice. Okay. I wanted to discuss some of the points regarding the examination, but still there are only 40 students have joined, so I will discuss it in either in the next class or at the end of the lecture, right? So we will continue with the topic method of undetermined coefficients. So first of all, let us recall the things which we have considered in the last class. So first of all, what do you mean by this method of undetermined coefficients? So whenever you are given a non-homogeneous differential equation, that is right hand side of the differential equation is not zero, at that time we can solve that differential equation using either variation of parameter or method of undetermined coefficients. So what is this undetermined coefficient method? So we have seen on the nature of the right hand side function, we have to decide the assumption of the particular integral yp. That means from the table you can see that either four cases you are given or any combinations of these functions you are given on the right hand side of the differential function. Then the choice of yp is given by these four equations. Means if it is nth degree polynomial, then starting from the constant term you have to consider all the terms containing the powers of x up to nth order. Either sine function or cosine function or combination of it is given, then you have to assume the particular integral as this one. For the exponential function, the constant times that exponential function you have to consider. And as I have said, if you are given the combination of it, so for e raised to ax we have this particular integral, and for sine ax or cos ax, the combination of that particular integral choice we have to consider. After that, if you remember, we have considered these examples, right? So this general solution will be given by this formula as usual, that it will be a complementary function, sum of complementary function with the particular integral, where complementary function will be obtained by considering the homogeneous part of the differential equation, right? So if you remember, this is what the first example we have considered, in which the roots are, we have obtained the complex one, and for those complex, this is the complementary function we are given, and each and every time you have to see whether the complementary functions is involved in the right hand side function or not. If it is involved, then I have told you that we have to modify it. But if it is not involved, you can directly consider its choice as, means this is, for example, this is the second order polynomial you are given. So in that case, you have to consider ax square plus bx plus c as a choice of yp. Then you have to substitute all derivatives in the left hand side, that is yp double dash plus 2 yp dash plus 10 yp. So by then comparing the left hand side and right hand side, the coefficients of powers of x, you are able to obtain, or you are able to determine the constant quantities, that is a, b and c involved over here. And by substituting those values in yp, you will get the particular integral, and when you add it to the complementary function, you will get the general solution. So this is what the flow of the method of undetermined coefficient we have seen. And in both of these cases, you have observed the function over here is e raised to minus 3x and x into e raised to minus 3x. Neither of them is involved in the right hand side function, so we can directly assume that one. But now we are going to consider the examples where these functions will be involved in the right hand side function. At that time we have to modify that particular choice of yp by multiplying it with x, means the independent variable x or t you are given, so corresponding multiplication we have to consider as you did it for the complementary function to make the general solution as linearly independent solution. Okay, so for that we are going to consider the examples. Yes, so here the method undetermined coefficients, first of all we will consider the examples from the classwork list. right? So first example is, let me write it over here. So example is solve y double dash minus y dash minus 2y is equal to 3 e raised to 2x by method of undetermined coefficients. If I before I forget to tell you about this, many of you have demanded for this green file at the time of the examination, and I have not given to you because at that time I have told you that you have to make your own notebook for the examples which are given, whose solutions are not given in the material. In the material, you are just given to one or two specimen examples with the solution, else it is not given. So if till date you have not prepare your own notebook, then I will advise you again, you can write down all these example solution for your reference so that you can refer to it at the time of the examination. Okay, so let us start solving it. क्योंकि ये यहाँ पर ये पूरे ग्रीन बोर्ड में मैं आप लोगों के लिए ही सारे स्टेप्स लिख रही हूँ ताकि आपकी नोट्स जो है वो परफेक्ट बन जाए. Right, so let us solve it. So first of all, we have to consider its complementary part. It's complementary function. So for that we need to consider the homogeneous part, right? So we can write, suppose I give this as equation number 1. So you can write the homogeneous part of 1 is given by, so it is b square minus b minus 2 y is equal to 0, right? So therefore the auxiliary equation is, so what it will be, so it is m square minus m minus 2 is equal to 0. So what are the roots of this equation?
2n minus 1.
Yes,
2n
2
minus
and
1.
minus 1. You can see that the factor will be m minus 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, m is equal to 2 and minus 1 will be the two roots. And therefore, what will be complementary function?
c1 e raised to minus x plus c2 e raised to 2x.
Very good. So it is c1 e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to minus x, right? Corresponding to this root, it is given by. You can take any order of this two functions e raised to minus 2x and e raised to minus x. आप इसको भी पहले लिख सकते हो c1 के साथ, इसको भी, बट अल्टीमेटली जो भी c1 की वैल्यू, कांस्टेंट वैल्यू आपको e raised to 2x की मिल रही है, अगर वो चेंज करते हो तो that will not change, right? Okay, so this is what the complementary function we are having. So I will give this as equation number 2. तो उसके बाद what we'll do, we will consider two functions from the complementary function, that is y1 of x is equal to e raised to 2x and y2 of x is equal to e raised to minus 2x. Now we are going to choose the particular integral from the right hand side function we are given. So from before choosing it, we have to see whether these two functions are involved in the right hand side function or not. So here you can see that y1, which is e raised to 2x, that is belonging to the right hand side function, right? So here you can write that y1 is belonging to r of x. So therefore we have to modify our choice of yp, right? So therefore we have to modify the choice of yp. तो पहले तो choice क्या होगी? What will be the choice? Right hand side function.
e raised to
Yes, a into e raised to 2x. From the table you can see that राइट, टेबल से ही आप लोगों को पता चल जाना चाहिए. Here, yeah, you can see that if some constant quantity into e raised to ax you are given, then you can choose any. See, don't confuse with that constant quantity. Let me rewrite it. Suppose a into e raised to ax you are given, or let me consider another constant. This will remain same. Suppose any constant quantity, let me write it as c into e raised to ax you are given. At that time you can choose the choice of yp as another constant quantity into e raised to ax. That constant quantity we have to determine. So here it is 3 into e raised to 2x. So choice of yp will be what? So yp will be a into e raised to 2x. But since e raised to 2x is already occurred in the complementary function, therefore we have to modify the choice of yp. तो कैसे modify करेंगे? तो we will multiply it with x e raised to 2x, और ये means yp जो भी आपने लिया है उसको हम x से multiply करेंगे. After multiplying we will again check कि अब जो हमने modified choice of yp लिया है वो complementary function के साथ तो नहीं है ना. तो now what is the function? x e raised to 2x. तो complementary function में e raised to 2x है, e raised to minus x है. तो this is now the correct choice of yp. Right, rest of the procedure will remain same, means you have to find out derivative, then comparing the coefficients you will obtain the constant quantity value. Right, so here you can see yeah, so choice you can write here choice of yp is equal to this one, and then y1 belongs to r of x, therefore we have to modify the choice of yp by multiplying it with x. So yp will be this one. So now one by one we will find out the derivatives. कहाँ तक डेरिवेटिव फाइंड आउट करने पड़ेंगे? तो सेकेंड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव. तो वी विल फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट yp डैश. तो yp डैश मीन्स a x derivative 1 e raised to 2x as it is, plus constant quantity a as it is, x as it is, and derivative of e raised to 2x is 2 e raised to 2x. So this is nothing but for both of this you can see that a and e raised to 2x is common, right? So I can write it is 1 plus x, sorry 2x, 1 plus 2x. अगेन सो ये ऐसे सिंप्लीफाई करने से जब आप नेक्स्ट डेरिवेटिव लोगे तो इट विल बी सिंपलर, बिकॉज at that time we will consider this as one function, this as another function, right? So I will always advise you, after getting the derivative you always simplify this one so that you can easily find out the further derivatives order. So here now a as it is, we will first consider the derivative of e raised to 2x. So it is e raised to 2 into e raised to 2x. Another function we will keep as it is, plus now we will consider the derivative of this one, that means a into e raised to 2x as it is, into derivative of 1 plus 2x is nothing but 2, right? So then again you can simplify this one. So you can see that 2a e raised to 2x into 1, it is also 2 into a into e raised to 2x. So it will give you 4a e raised to 2x plus 2 into 4 a x e raised to 2x, right? So second order derivative तक हमें find out करना था तो वो कर लिया. Now we will consider the left hand side this equation. So from 1 we can write, तो 1 क्या है? It is y double dash minus y dash minus 2y is equal to 3 e raised to 2x. So implies yp double dash minus yp dash minus 2yp is equal to 3 e raised to 2x. So here let us substitute these values. So yp double dash is this one. So 4a e raised to 2x plus 4a x e raised to 2x minus yp dash, that is this one. So now I will simplify it. So what it will be? So minus है e raised to 2x minus 2ax e raised to 2x, and then minus 2yp is this one. So minus 2ax e raised to 2x is equal to right hand side, that is 3 e raised to 2x. Okay, so let us simplify these terms. So if you see here, first of all, let us consider the terms involving only e raised to 2x. So it is 4a, then we have minus a, that is 3a. Only two terms are there, right? So simplified version of it will be what? So it is 4a minus a, that is 3a. Then let us consider the terms involving x e raised to 2x. So it will be this one, and this one. So you can see that 4a minus 2a, that is plus 2a minus 2a. So that will cancel out. So here we have 0 into that quantity is equal to 3 e raised to 2x, right? So here you can see that by comparing the coefficients both the sides. So this is nothing but 3a e raised to 2x is equal to 3 e raised to 2x implies what is a? A is 1, and therefore what is yp? So yp is a into x into e raised to 2x we have considered. So yp will become x into 2 raised to x. Let me give this as equation number 3. So we can write from 2 and 3, general solution of 1 is given by y is equal to yc plus yp. That means it is c1 e raised to what we have considered 2x plus c2 e raised to minus x plus x e raised to 2x. Okay, you can simplify for your reference c1 plus x e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to minus x. So this is what the solution corresponding to equation number 1. So how to, of course you will write here c1 and c2 are constants, right? So let me know from this one how to modify the choice of yp. Is it clear to everyone? Please raise your hand. Very good. Very good. Let me consider another example. So now we are going to consider this 10th number of example. Okay, so let us see. Apply the method of undetermined coefficient to solve this one. Okay, here we are given the initial conditions as well. Y of 0, 1, y dash of 0 is 0. So we are going to find out the particular solution, not the general solution. जनरल सॉल्यूशन में आप इनिशियल कंडीशंस जब भी वैल्यूज रखते हो तो यू आर एबल टू फाइंड आउट द कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटीज इन्वॉल्व इन द differential equation, right? General solution. So this is we are going to now solve. So the example is, let me write it. Solve by double dash plus 9y is equal to 6 cos 3x, y of 0 is equal to 1, y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So this is what the question we are asked using method of undetermined coefficient that I am not going to write. So you first quickly find out the roots of the auxiliary equation and let me know what will be the complementary function here.
Plus or minus 3i.
Yes, correct. So what will be this complementary function here? What should I write here? YC as?
C1 cos 3x
Very good.
plus C2 I sin 3x.
I sin 3x. I आएगा या नहीं आएगा?
नहीं आएगा.
मुझे लग रहा है अभी भी मुझे हर बार जब भी कॉम्प्लेक्स रूट्स आते हैं तब उसका स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा और उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग जनरल सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करना पड़ेगा कंसीडर. तो e रेज टू पी एक्स c1 क्या लिखूं यहाँ पर?
QX.
अब कंपेयर करो. व्हाट इज q हियर? व्हाट इज p हियर? 0 and q is 3. So here c1 cos 3x plus c2 sin 3x, there will be nowhere I imaginary part, right? I आएगा ना तो आप लोग जनरल सॉल्यूशन में कॉम्प्लेक्स सॉल्यूशन लेके आ गए. हाँ, c1 c2 are constants. Okay, what will be choice of yp in this case? पहले तो forget about the complementary function, just see the right hand side part and let me know what will be the choice of complementary function. So in the table if you refer, yes,
A sin
A
ax plus
sin
B
AX
cos ax.
plus B cos AX.
3x, right? So it choice will be a cos 3x plus b sin 3x. तो ये चॉइस हो गई. अभी ये चॉइस जो है, does it involve the function from complementary function?
Yes.
Yes, right. You can see cos 3x यहाँ पर भी है, cos 3x यहाँ पर भी है. Similarly, sin 3x is also there. So what we have to do? We have to modify it. Means we have to multiply these entire choice by x, right? So we will write the reason over here. But you can write here, let y1 is equal to cos 3x and y2 is equal to sin 3x, right? So but y1 belongs to, you can write cos 3x comma sin 3x और right hand side function r of x भी आप लिख सकते हो इसकी जगह, right? So we have to modify the choice of yp. As कैसे modify करना पड़ेगा? तो it will be x into a cos 3x plus b sin 3x. Remember here the entire choice is this combination. That's why we have multiplied the entire quantity with x, right? अगर कोई एक ही फंक्शन रिपीट होता है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग जो चॉइस लेंगे उसको ही हम x से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, राइट? मगर यहाँ पर आप देखोगे कि राइट हैंड साइड में कॉस फंक्शन है, उसका पूरा चॉइस ये दोनों फंक्शंस आएगा, तो दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन में हमें x लेना है, right? So now you have yp, you can find out the second order derivative, first order derivative, right? तो yp dash will be what? तो पहले x का derivative bracket as it is, so a cos 3x plus b sin 3x plus x as it is and derivative of this one. So you can see cosine derivative is minus sine, so minus a sine 3x into 3, so I will write 3 over here, plus similarly 3b cos 3x as a derivative of sine 3x. राइट। तो ये हो गया yp, नाउ yp डबल डैश। तो yp डबल डैश फाइंड आउट करने के लिए इसका डेरिवेटिव -3a sin 3x plus 3b cos 3x, derivative of sin is cos, and now when we consider this one, so this bracket as it is into derivative of x 1, so I will write that bracket as 3b cos 3x minus 3a sin 3x. I have just considered the positive sign first, then negative sign, right? तो bracket ही है ये पूरा, but I have just written the positive sign first, then negative sign. Now plus x as it is into the derivative of this bracket. So you can see that it is sin derivative is cos, so it is minus 9a cos 3x. Cos derivative is minus sin, so minus 9b sin 3x, right? So bracket will be completed over here. So let us simplify the terms over here. So first we will consider the sin x sin 3x. So it is minus 6a sin 3x plus 6b cos 3x. This will not simplify with it because it is containing the term x. So I will write it just as it is, that is minus 9a cos 3x. I can write x in the multiplication now because we are going to simplify it in the equation. So this is minus 9ax cos 3x minus 9bx sin 3x. तो ये डबल डेरिवेटिव भी मिल गया. Now we have to substitute in this equation, that is yp double dash plus 9yp, right? So substituting these in one, we get means yp double dash plus 9yp is equal to 6 cos 3x. So implies I will write this entire term, that is minus 6a sin 3x plus 6b cos 3x minus 9ax cos 3x minus 9bx sin 3x. Now I have to write down yp with the multiple 9, right? तो yp क्या है यहाँ पर, this is, so it is 9x a cos 3x plus b sin 3x, right? So it is अभी ये जो टर्म्स है वो इन्वॉल्व करेगी x को और cos 3x को, तो सिंप्लीफाई करने में मुझे आसानी रहे, that's why what I will write here, I will write it just below to the terms which is containing x cos 3x and x sin 3x. So it will be plus 9ax cos 3x plus 9bx sin 3x. This is what I have written is nothing but 9yp, right? तो 9yp यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, it will be 9ax cos 3x plus 9bx sin 3x. So I have just written it over here, and that is equal to 6 cos 3x. So if you simplify this, you can see that this will cancelled out, and you can write sin 3x का कोई भी कोफिशिएंट्स राइट हैंड साइड में नहीं है, तो I can write minus 6a is equal to 0. यहाँ पर कोई भी कोफिशिएंट sin 3x का नहीं है तो उसका कोफिशिएंट 0 है, that we will assume, and 6b is equal to 6 implies I can write a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1, and therefore what will be yp? So yp will be x into a is 0, b is 1, so it is 3 cos 3x. So 0 plus 3 cos 3x, that means it is 3x cos 3x. Just wait, let me verify. b is 1, a is 0, b is 1 with sin 3x, sorry. X sine 3x. So x into sine 3x will be the final particular integral, and therefore general solution of 1 is given by y is equal to yc plus yp. तो yc क्या मिला था हमें? It is c1 cos 3x plus c2 sin 3x plus yp, that is x sin 3x. तो ये अभी आपको जनरल सॉल्यूशन मिला है, यहाँ पर एग्जाम्पल खत्म नहीं हुआ है, because we are also given the initial conditions, that is y of 0 is equal to 1 and y dash of 0 is 0. Before substituting these values, we need to consider the derivative of the general solution. Y dash की value चाहिए ना यहाँ पर, तो we will first find out the derivative of it. तो y dash of x will be what? So here you can see that the derivative of cosine function is minus sine. So minus 3c1 sine 3x plus derivative of sine is cos. So it is 3c2 cos 3x plus x derivative 1. So sine 3x as it is plus x as it is into derivative of sine is now cos 3x, right? So now let us substitute the value. So now y of 0 is equal to 1 we are given. So what will be the corresponding solution? So you can see that y of 0 is equal to 1 means we have to substitute. What does it mean?
X equal to 0, y equal to 1.
Yes, this means, I will write for your reference, this is mean x is equal to, when x is 0, y value is 1. So when we substitute x is equal to 0, here you can see that sine 0 is 0, x is equal to 0. So this quantity will be 0. So we have just 1, which is y value is equal to c1, cos 0 is 1. So c1 is equal to 1 we get, right? तो यहाँ पर आप एक और काम कर सकते हो, ये जो डेरिवेटिव है ना वो इस स्टेज पे फाइंड आउट मत करो, बिकॉज इट विल बी अ लेंदी. c1 1 मिल गया, तो व्हाट विल बी y नाउ? तो इट विल बी cos 3x प्लस c2 sin 3x प्लस x sin 3x. बोथ द केसेस में आपको सेम ही आंसर मिलेगा. आइदर यू कैन consider derivative over here or over here. So y dash is equal to, it is minus 3 sin 3x plus 3c2 cos 3x plus sin 3x plus 3x cos 3x, right? So now y dash of 0 you are given 0, if I am not wrong. Let me check. Yes, y dash of 0 is 0. It means at x is equal to 0, y value is also 0. So gives 0 is equal to, y dash is also 0, sine 0 is 0, sine 0 is 0, x is 0. So these three quantities will be 0 when you put x is equal to 0. So we left with this one only, that 3c2 cos 0 is 1. So this is 0 implies c2 is also 0. So therefore what is y of x? Therefore particular solution y of x is equal to, c1 जो है वो 1 मिल गया, c2 जो है वो 0 हो गया, तो this quantity will be 0 now. So it is cos 3x plus x sin 3x will be the particular solution. Okay. So particular solution में कोई भी constant quantity नहीं रहेगी. Means after determining only you are able to get the particular solution. And आपको अगर याद हो तो last time मैंने ये चीज़ discuss की थी कि when you are writing the general solution, it will entirely represent the family of solutions, because that C is very strong candidate in the solution. So it will give you the entire family, whereas the particular solution will give you just one curve or one function, right? Now I am going to give you one example which you have to solve by yourself. Okay, so which example we are going to consider now is, yes, you can try 11. Third order derivative is given, and C, right hand side function you are given in terms of t, means here independent variable is t, not x. So while writing the solution, general and particular, here particular solution will not be there, but general solution पूरा आपका in terms of t में आएगा, right? So try to solve it one by one, verify your answer step by step. Complementary function क्या मिलेगा, choice क्या होगी, all these things you have to verify. What are the roots?
1, 1.
Yes, 1 3 times. So while writing the complementary function, you have to be very careful. What will be the complementary function? किसी ने find out किया?
C1 e raised to t plus C2 x e raised to t plus C3 x square e raised to t.
x square आएगा या t आएगा?
x आएगा यहाँ पे.
x आएगा?
t.
How many of you got this complementary function? Please raise your hand. 3 बार रिपीट हो रहा है तो पहला रूट 1 लेंगे तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग आपको मिलेगा e रेज टू t. फिर अगेन वो रिपीट हो रहा है तो उसको t से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. अगेन वो रिपीट हो रहा है तो उसको फर्दर t से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. तो यहाँ पे t e रेज टू t और यहाँ पर t स्क्वायर e रेज टू t आ जाएगा, राइट? नाउ द ट्विस्ट इज देयर. चॉइस क्या होगा? अच्छा पहले तो ये मुझे बताओ, फ्रॉम
e raised to t.
फंक्शन राइट हैंड साइड फंक्शन चॉइस क्या होगा?
a e raised to
t
t.
into e.
यस, a इंटू ई रेज टू टी. अब वो फॉल कर रहा है कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शंस के साथ.
Yes.
यस, तो पहला आप देखोगे तो वो फॉल कर रहा है तो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विथ t. अभी फॉल कर रहा है वापस. हाँ, t इंटू ई रेज टू टी भी यहाँ पर इन्वॉल्व है तो अगेन वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विथ t. तो t स्क्वायर आ जाएगा. अभी t स्क्वायर है यहाँ पर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन में. Yes, it is involved. So further you have to multiply it with t, and now it will be t cube e raised to t into constant quantity a. अब ये fall कर रहा है complementary function के अंदर?
No, ma'am.
No. So
No.
this choice is now correct, and you can proceed further with this choice. Is this point clear now? हाथ ऊपर करो. किसी को डाउट है तो यहाँ पर पूछ सकते हैं अनम्यूट करके. पार्थ, आप कुछ पूछ रहे हो? मुझे आवाज आपकी ठीक से नहीं आ रही है. Are you asking something, Parth? 103 number.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So let us now proceed with this one. Find out one by one derivatives up to order 3. Then you are able to find out the general solution. Okay, I am simultaneously doing it over here also. So therefore auxiliary equation is m cube minus 3m square plus 3m minus 1 is equal to 0, which is nothing but m minus 1 cube is equal to 0 means m is equal to 1 comma 1 comma 1. Therefore, yc is equal to c1 e raised to t plus c2 t e raised to t plus c3 t square e raised to t. c1, c2, c3 are constants. Let me give this as equation number 2. So after that, let y1 e raised to t, y2 t e raised to t and y3 t square e raised to t. So we have to consider modified particular integral yps. So yp will be what? So it is a t cube e raised to t. So let us find out one by one the derivatives. So yp dash, so a e raised to t as it is, derivative of t cube is 3t square plus a t cube as it is, derivative of e raised to t is just e raised to t. So here you can see that simplified form of it, a to e raised to t is common, so it is t cube plus 3t square, right? So yp double dash, so here a e raised to t and bracket as it is, that is t cube plus 3t square, derivative of e raised to t I have considered over here, plus a into e raised to t as it is and the derivative of it, so it is 3t square plus 6t. So you can see that again a into e raised to t is common, and let us simplify the terms. So it is t cube plus 3t square plus 3t square, so it is 6t square plus 6t, right? Now third order derivative, so yp triple dash, so a derivative of e raised to t is e raised to t, bracket as it is, that is t cube plus 6t square plus 6t plus a e raised to t into derivative of the bracket, so it is 3t square plus 12t plus 6. So simplifying it, we will get t cube वाली एक ही term है plus 6t square और 3t square, so it is 9t square plus 12t into 6t, so it is 18t and constant quantity is just 6. So this is what the simplified form. So substituting all this in one, we get, so we are given yp triple dash minus 3yp double dash plus 3yp dash minus yp is equal to 4 e raised to t, right? So let us substitute all these values. So a e raised to t, t cube plus 9t square plus 18t plus 6 minus 3 into yp double dash, so minus 3 a e raised to t, t cube plus 6t square plus 6t. I have written it correct. 3 yp dash means it is this one, so it is a e raised to t, here you can write t cube plus 3t square and finally minus yp. Yp we have chosen as a t cube e raised to t, right? So minus a t cube e raised to t is equal to 4 e raised to t. So let us simplify all these terms. You can see that for all these terms, a into e raised to t is common. So I will consider a into e raised to t first, and then let us simplify the powers. So you can see that here t cube is there. Then another t cube term is over here with the minus 3. So minus 3t cube, and then it is here also plus 3t cube minus t cube. So t cube is done. Now let us consider the power of t square. So it is, let me correct the terms which I have taken already, right? So now let us collect the powers of t square. So it is plus 9t square. Another one t square is over here. So it is 6 into 3. So minus 18 t square, and another term is over here which is plus 9t square. Let us consider now powers of t only. So it is plus 18t, then here it will be minus 18t, minus 3 into 6, so it is minus 18t. Here no terms are there with t, right? And now let us consider the last, that is constant term. So it is only containing in this first term, so just plus 6 is equal to 4 e raised to t. You can see that this will cancel with this one, this will cancel. 9t square plus 9t square, 18t square, 18t minus 18t will get cancelled. So now we have the solution. 6a into e raised to t is equal to 4 e raised to t implies 6a is equal to 4 implies a is equal to 4 by 6, which is 2 by 3, and therefore yp will be, what is yp we have taken? A into t cube e raised to t, so it is 2 by 3 t cube e raised to t, and suppose I give this as 3, where I have written this. Oh, I have already given number 2. So from 2 and 3, general solution of 1 is given by y is equal to yc plus yp. That means it is c1 e raised to t plus c2 e raised to t into t plus c3 t square e raised to t plus 2 by 3 t cube e raised to t. So this is what the general solution of the given differential equation, where c1, c2, c3 are the constant quantities. So इतने एग्जाम्पल्स से समझ में आया है आपको मॉडिफाई कैसे करना है चॉइस ऑफ वाईफी? एनीवन हैविंग एनी डाउट? Okay.